While roaming the vast Mongolian plains, Genghis Khan stumbled upon an unusual sight, a predatory falcon sitting serenely next to a stray sheep, neither harming the other. As he pondered this unexpected alliance, a shepherd hurriedly approached, fearing the Khan's wrath for his lost sheep. However, Genghis Khan, inspired by the scene, spoke words of wisdom. He told the shepherd that true strength lies not just in dominance, but in forming bonds with the most unexpected allies. He emphasized that the Mongol Empire's might was in its ability to unite diverse forces, just like the falcon and the sheep.
In a small town in 1877, most people were asleep at night. But in one quiet corner, there was a sound. It was the sound of a fiddle. Billy the Kid, known by many as a troublemaker, had another side. He loved to play the fiddle. Most nights after his adventures, he would find a quiet spot and play. It was his way to relax and remember happier times. One night, he played a special tune. It was soft and sad. Maybe he was thinking of his family or a lost friend. No one really knows. But for a few minutes, the bad boy of the West wasn't an outlaw. He was just Billy, a young man with a fiddle, playing his heart out under the stars. In a small town in 1877, most people were asleep at night. But in one quiet corner, there was a sound. It was the sound of a fiddle. Billy the Kid, known by many as a troublemaker, had another side. He loved to play the fiddle. Most nights after his adventures, he would find a quiet spot and play. It was his way to relax and remember happier times. One night, he played a special tune. It was soft and sad. Maybe he was thinking of his family or a lost friend. No one really knows. But for a few minutes, the bad boy of the West wasn't an outlaw. He was just Billy, a young man with a fiddle, playing his heart out under the stars.
In ancient Japan, where sword clashes echoed through misty valleys, a lone figure stood out, Miyamoto Musashi. Born to a samurai lineage, he wandered, undefeated, through 60 duels. But beyond the blade, Musashi was an artist and philosopher. Ahoy! Let's dive into the tale of Blackbeard, the fearsome pirate with a smoky secret. Born Edward Teach, he'd light fuses under his hat, making him appear like a ghostly demon in battle. But here's a twist. Before piracy, Blackbeard was a privateer, a sailor hired by the government. And though legends speak of his buried treasures, none have ever been found. His reign was short but unforgettable. It took 20 sword cuts and 5 gunshots to end his legend. In ancient Egypt, Cleopatra wasn't just a queen known for her beauty. She had a secret passion, science. One day, she discovered a special serpent by the Nile, whose venom held secrets. Cleopatra used it to create a beauty serum, her secret to timeless allure. But her love for science didn't stop there. She sponsored scholars and transformed Alexandria into a center of learning. Cleopatra, the queen who mesmerized emperors, was also a scholar, leaving an enduring legacy of intellect and beauty. Did you know that before Drake became the famous rapper we know today, there was another Drake in history? Meet Sir Francis Drake, an English sea captain and adventurer from a long time ago. He was more than just a sailor. He was a smart explorer and the first Englishman to sail around the whole world. His ship, called the Golden Hind, went through dangerous waters and new places. Drake did bold things, like taking treasure from Spanish ships, and became famous. When he finished sailing around the world, he proved the earth is round and left his mark in history. Did you ever wonder who dreamt of these before they even existed? Enter Leonardo da Vinci, not just the Mona Lisa guy, but the genius who saw tomorrow. Long before planes soared our skies or divers explored ocean depths, Leonardo sketched them. This, not an alien script. Leonardo's own coded notes. In an age of lanterns and parchment, he was the beacon of the future. Every line, every sketch, whispering, the future is closer than it appears. Leonardo da Vinci, painting tomorrow, centuries ago.
Welcome to the Roman Empire, where gladiators were the rock stars and the Colosseum was the original fight club. You think your paycheck's bad? Roman soldiers got paid in salt. I guess they were the real salt of the earth kind of guys. And talk about weird gods. They had Cleopatra, the goddess of sewers. I mean, who prays like, "Oh mighty Cleopatra, please keep my drains unclogged"? Purple was the Gucci of Rome. Wear a full purple robe and you're basically the Jay-Z of the ancient world.
In a time long before humans roamed the earth, the oceans were ruled by a predator unlike any other, the Megalodon. Growing up to 60 feet in length, the Megalodon was the ultimate apex predator. Its bite was more powerful than that of a T-Rex. The Megalodon thrived in warm coastal waters, but it wasn't restricted to shallow seas. This behemoth could dive deep, hunting in the abyssal depths where few dared to venture. While the oceans were home to many formidable predators, none could challenge the might of the Megalodon. It reigned supreme for millions of years. But even the mightiest of predators couldn't escape the sands of time. Climate change, competition, and a decline in food sources led to the Megalodon's mysterious extinction.
In the darkest corners of forgotten lore, there exists a tale that few dare to speak aloud. Deep within an ancient, cursed forest, where shadows dance and the wind carries mournful cries, resides the monstrous Shub-Niggurath, known as the Black Goat of the Woods with 1,000 young. This deity is no mere legend but a living nightmare. It births countless offspring, grotesque creatures that lurk in the shadows, waiting for unsuspecting souls. On moonless nights, the forest comes alive with ritualistic chants, as Shub-Niggurath calls forth her young, and the trees themselves seem to bow in reverence. Travelers who've strayed too close speak of an overpowering scent of decay, and an eerie lullaby that beckons them deeper into the woods. But those who follow the call are never seen again. Instead, they become part of the forest, their last screams forever echoing among the trees. For Shub-Niggurath is ever hungry, ever waiting, and her reach extends beyond the forest, into the very nightmares of those who hear her tale.
Picture this: 1804, Notre Dame Cathedral, and Napoleon Bonaparte's coronation as Emperor of France. You'd expect an emperor to be fearless, right? Well, here's the twist. Napoleon, the conqueror of nations, had an amusing secret. He was petrified of cats. Yes, you heard it right. Despite his battlefield bravery, the sight of a fluffy feline could send him sprinting faster than you could say, "Meow, Sieur Bonaparte." So, next time a cat startles you, remember even Napoleon Bonaparte, the mighty emperor, might have sought refuge on a chair. Because in history, even the greatest conquerors have quirky fears, and sometimes those fears come with whiskers.
The Flying Dutchman, a 17th century ship under Captain Hendrik van der Decken, embarked on a treacherous voyage to round the Cape of Good Hope. Determined to conquer the Cape, he vowed, "I'll round this Cape, even if it takes me till Judgment Day." One stormy night, Van der Decken's unwavering defiance led to a tragic curse. His ship, the Vliegende Hollander, and its crew vanished into the tempest, leaving behind a legend that would endure for centuries. Sailors from across the globe tell tales of the ghostly Flying Dutchman, a spectral ship forever seeking to round the Cape. Some view it as an omen of impending doom, while others see it as a dire warning against the arrogance of the sea. The legend persists, serving as a chilling reminder of nature's immense power and the perilous consequences of unyielding pride at sea. Rome, the eternal city, where greatness was forged and history was made, the heart of an empire that stood the test of time, the Roman Forum, witnessed the birth of democracy. The Colosseum, a testament to engineering marvels, hosted epic gladiator battles and entertained thousands. Roman art and architecture still inspire the world with their elegance and innovation. Their engineering prowess brought water to cities, a legacy of urban planning we still use today. The Roman legal system laid the foundation for modern law, ensuring justice for all. Rome's expansive road network united a vast empire, fostering trade, culture, and knowledge exchange. Rome, the best empire, where culture, innovation, and legacy continue to shine through the ages. In 1502, Christopher Columbus embarked on an enigmatic voyage with 4 ships, aiming to discover a hidden passage to the Indian Ocean. Relentless storms and eerie phenomena plagued the journey. Their ships were damaged, stranding them on an unfamiliar Central American shore. Columbus's quest shifted to uncovering treasures deep within the rainforests. Mysterious temples and cryptic symbols hinted at untold wealth. The jungle, cloaked in legends, brought sickness and despair, with whispers of curses haunting the crew. Stranded for months, rescue came from an enigmatic ship of unknown origin. It offered salvation, pulling them back from the brink of the unknown. Columbus returned with more questions than answers, leaving the mysteries of his final voyage buried in history, an eerie and enigmatic chapter.
In the 16th century, during the peak of the Ottoman Empire, Sultan Suleman the Magnificent ruled with power and wisdom. But beneath his majestic exterior was a mysterious passion. He was utterly obsessed with tulips. Legend has it that amidst the chaos of state affairs and military campaigns, Suleman would sneak away to his secret tulip garden, whispering secrets to the flowers and treating them as his confidants. Even the most stoic courtiers tiptoed around the Sultan in his garden, not daring to crush a single petal. Imagine the mighty ruler, in his grand robes and turban, doting on his beloved tulips. So, the next time you see a tulip, remember that even Suleman the Magnificent had quirky passions. In history, powerful rulers sometimes have the most unexpected quirks.